consume Ugandan coffee. Anything else on the market that's not Ugandan, that's not coffee. Just as it is. Now, this agenda is, today's conversation is one to remind us that first and foremost, it's 10 days left until we cast our ballot votes for who we want to be the president of Uganda and a member of parliament for your constituency, for the 12th parliament of Uganda. And it's also important for you to note that, to show that this is as close as ever possible. It's no longer as far as it's been talked about. Ballot papers are already in the country. The second last batch arrived yesterday, and the last batch is arriving today. They are being kept at the stores, the Electoral Commission stores here in Uganda, and ready and being marked for distribution when it comes to where you will be voting from. That's why it's important for us to make sure that you know how to vote, you know what to do when you get there, and what that machine or the different gadgets you are going to interact with, how they operate, and how you are supposed to respond to them. This morning, we are looking at biometric voter verification kit and the ballot papers themselves. And of course, our usual suspects and the usual players that make sure take the time upon themselves to educate us as to how to use and interact with this equipment. It's the 3N Consultants Limited. And in studio with me is Mr. Mugweri Geoffrey, who is the PRO of 3N Consultants Limited, and Mr. Sempima Geoffrey Wavamono, who is the senior consultant at 3N Consultants Limited. Once again, good morning. Welcome to the show. 0709-602-592 is the WhatsApp number that you should engage and be part of the conversation. Ask those questions as best as possibly as you can, because it's you who is casting that ballot come 15th January and moving forward. So this is a very important question. Good morning, Mr. Mugweri.
Good morning, Julie, and our dear viewers. It is always a pleasure being here. I want to wish everyone a happy new year. I hope it's going on well. We are in the last lap of this electoral cycle. That's and as usual, we take this opportunity to engage and keep refreshing ourselves about what is going to happen.
All right. An honor to always have you on the show. Mr. Wavamuno, a pleasure having you this morning.
Yeah, it's a pleasure indeed. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, viewers. It's a pleasure for us to be here and continue engaging with you so that you understand very well how to cast your votes. And we are at this time right now asking you to come in large numbers and vote come 15th January.
Interesting. Allow me to start from that very point, Mr. Wavamuno. You have encouraged Ugandans to come in large numbers come 15th January. Why is it important for every Ugandan to actually come through on the 15th of January? Because many of them, you'd find, have a conversation that voting is not really my thing. Some are even planning to travel to the village so that anyways they don't vote because they don't find it necessary. But in your opinion and expertise, let's start from there. Why is it important that the voting age of Uganda should come, of which 75% are youth, but those of voting age should actually emphasize to make sure that they make it to their polling stations, especially if they're registered?
Yeah, thank you very much, Julie. Fellow Ugandans, wherever you are, whatever you do, whatever you enjoy, especially in this, it is the new year, new vibe, come and exercise your right. It is your right and responsibility to vote leaders of your choice. So that's why it is very, very important. Come and join, come and vote, come and exercise your right. It is your right, all right, in the first place. Secondly, there is no way, there is no any other place where you can exercise your right fully other than participating in voting or in election. In fact, this one, I would request that since we have the largest number who are the youth, please come. The youth, it is your day, it is your turn, it is your voice. Come and voice out your strengths and obtain the opportunities by electing the leaders of your choice in large numbers. Come, please. Yes, please. So that's my appeal. It is a right, it is your obligation and opportunity. Exercise your right and vote the leaders of your choice. Come January 15th.
Right. Let me come to you, Mr. Mugweri. In your own words and your own perspective, away from Mr. Wavamuno's perspective, why do you think Ugandans should take this seriously?
Thank you so much, Julie. First of all, we are into issues of governance. And the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda clearly stipulates how we shall be choosing our leaders. It is very critical, it's paramount that we involve ourselves in these processes. How we are going to be governed in the next 5 years is going to be determined by us. It is upon that basis that I call upon every Ugandan, every patriotic Ugandan, to attach value to the process of voting. We have been given an opportunity, the Constitution mandates us, gives us an opportunity to choose our leaders. That is how society is organized. And in Uganda, our Constitution is very clear. There is nothing we are going to do. There is nothing, if we are talking about how we are going to be organized, how we are going to live in the next 5 years, you cannot shun away from politics. You cannot shun away from leadership. The leaders, right from the local government, parliament, executive, they are determined by the people of Uganda. And it would be very absurd if somebody had a different opinion about how we choose our leaders. Why would you complain afterwards? You participate in the process. I would want to emphasize the issue and the importance of voting in a perspective where there is nothing which you can do and has got no effect politically. Whether it's the economy, whether it's the social life, how we are going to have the laws which will govern us, it is the leaders whom we are going to choose who are going to determine and make these processes. Therefore, I would implore all Ugandans to take this process very seriously, that if you wish, how you wish to be governed, how you wish the economy to run, how you wish things to run, it is you to decide. And you're deciding through the representatives who are going to make the laws. It is you to decide through the leader who will be at the executive, the head of state. It is you to decide how the economy will run, depending on the programs of the different leaders who have presented themselves, the different manifestos. So it is upon that basis that I attach a lot of value to the process of voting, and I want to empower Ugandans so that we do not regret. There are many people whom we have come across in the process of talking about voter education in the field. There is a section of people who don't attach value, who have lost confidence, who have lost trust. But we have kept on encouraging them that no, it is our country, it is a process where we must get involved if we are to choose leaders who are going to take charge of this country.
Very profound. And as you made your submission there, you made a statement that we determine who the next leader is, because every process is politically affected. But when you use the word determine, it rings the fact that whether you go to that polling station to cast your vote or not, whatever choice you make, it's a determinant of what Uganda you will experience at the end of the day. Now, staying with you, Mr. Wavamuno, let's now focus on, pardon me, Mr. Mugweri. Staying with you, Mr. Mugweri, let's focus on the biometric voter verification kit. To one who has probably just joined the show and is watching us for the very first time and has never understood what exactly these BVVK kits are, and yet they are being talked about a lot. What is a biometric voter verification kit?
Thank you so much. This is, I think, probably the second or third time we're talking about these kits. The biometric voter verification kits, these are portable electronic devices that are going to be used at the polling stations to confirm the identity of the voter. It is going to be used through the fingerprints and the facial recognition by comparing them with the National Voter Database. The essence of having these kits is actually to confirm that it's only the eligible voter who is supposed to vote. This kit, like we said, at the polling station, there will be those two kits. Actually, there will be two sets of the kit. There will be a set. Those are two kits. Now, it is going to help identify the voter. And quite often we have had issues whereby people have complained about multiple voting, about multi-staffing, about people are not eligible accessing the ballots and voting. Now, with the biometric voter kit, it is through the fingerprints or the facial recognition that they will compare with what is in the National Voter Database, so that now you are actually confirmed that you are supposed to cast a vote. It is something which is going to answer and put away a lot of challenges. For example, the issue of multiple voting. Now, with the biometric voter kit, it would be actually impossible. It would be difficult for you to vote twice. Because once you go through that kit, you are identified and given a ballot, you cannot come back for the second time to vote. Secondly, there is some kind of integrity, security, accuracy, and all that kind of stuff. This system is improved, it is enhanced, implying that all these other loopholes that have been coming up and the various stakeholders who have been complaining about the fake ballots, it is now going to answer all those challenges. That there is no way the ballot, which is not official, can go through this voter verification kit. So I think we should be grateful. We should be. It is a process of now building confidence that now the whole system is designed to reduce on the possible challenges and fraud.
Right. In 2016, it's when we got the first introduction to these kits. How different are they from those that we used in 2016? Especially the fact that there's the whole narrative of their improved. What exactly has been improved, and how best or better are we using them compared to 2016?
Well, like you have clearly stated it, this is not the first time these kits are. It's only that the kit has been enhanced with different features, with more advanced features. For example, now, before the ballots are cast, it has to confirm that actually that is the right ballot. It's not a fake one. And also after the casting of the ballots, before the counting starts, those ballots are supposed to go through the kit to confirm. Now, those are the enhanced features which are actually solving these issues of fraud, multiple voting, and staffing. So the system has been improved, it is enhanced, and I think we are hoping for the best this time. Secondly, it is also now offline. You don't need to worry about the issues of internet. The system can operate offline.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Mugweri. We are looking at the biometric voter verification kits and ballot papers. And what Mr. Mugweri has been explaining is what exactly these kits are, the biometric voter verification kits. 0709 602 592. It's the WhatsApp number that you should text to. Do not send a voice note, but for us to effectively respond, type that message via WhatsApp, and we'll be able to read it and respond effectively. Also reminding you that we are sponsored by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, sponsoring us with amazing Ugandan coffee on Good Morning Uganda. Reading some of the comments or questions coming through this is Michael Dorgadet watching the show from Arua City. Thank you so much for being on. You say, is the general election going to be for both MPs and the president? Oh, is the general election going to be for both MPs and the president on the same day or different days? 15th January is when we are voting for the next president of Uganda and our next member of parliament for our constituencies, both direct and women members of parliament. So make sure that you go vote, Michael. But thank you so much for being on the show. And good morning, Uganda. I'm Namaisi Siraj from Mbale on the issue of biometric voter verification that will highly result into delays in voting, counting and declaration of the winners. So in case these devices fail to work during elections, what happens? I think it's what you meant to ask. I hope I'm right. Please clarify. Write the right statement so that I'm able to comprehend the right question. But I think it's what you are asking. Let's start from there, Mr. Wavamuno. Quite a number of the electorate are worried about these biometric voter verification kits. What if they fail on that day? What happens?
Yeah, thank you very much, Julie. And thank you very much, the viewers out there. In the first place, this time round, they have, Electoral Commission has imported more over 100,000 biometric voter verification kits, meaning that at each polling station, there are at least 2 equipments, meaning that if one fails, the second won't fail. And the Electoral Commission has made all the arrangements to ensure that if these kits fail, they replace them immediately, because they have quite a number, more than twice they are twice the number of polling stations. So don't worry, just come, get these kits, they are ready. And they are okay, and they have been tested, and there will be no problem, brother, from wherever you are.
Staying with you, Mr. Wavamuno, 2 questions that I would ask, and these are in line with what exactly we're supposed to do on that day. The first one is how exactly we're supposed to use the ballot papers and how we're supposed to handle them. Please take us through that process. Perhaps let me help you with a paper here.
Thank you very much. And dear viewers, please watch very carefully. This is presumed to be the ballot paper you are going to use. Don't worry about the size, maybe a little longer or just the same size. Now, assuming this is the presidential ballot paper, you should expect all these details describing the polling station, the Republic of Uganda, Electoral Commission, and then we have the 8 presidential candidates, yes, on one ballot paper. Now, if, for example, Sempima Godfrey is one of the presidential candidates, he will have his names here, his photo next, the third will be the symbol, and then the fourth will be the box where a voter is expected to tick or to put a thumbprint. So this is how the ballot paper will look like. Then there will be presidential candidate number 2, number 3, number 4, up to number 8. So you choose. I'm sure by this time round you must have taken a very serious choice on the presidential candidate you would want to vote. Now, the name can be, you can tick in that name. You can tick on the face of the presidential candidate. You can tick on the symbol of that presidential candidate, or, and best really, what is most appropriate is to use the ballot box, the box provided for ticking or thumbprinting. So that is how the ballot paper will look like. Once it has been verified by the BVK equipment, it will be definitely issued to you, and you will be, the polling assistants or the presiding officer at the polling station will assist you to fold the ballot paper lengthwise. Okay? He will just guide you. Then from there, the voter will move to the basin, and you make your choice. You tick. But make sure, don't tick and the tick goes to a next presidential candidate. Okay? And don't again cross out those ones you don't want to vote. If you cross out, you have spoiled the energy, the time, and even the knowledge, because that will be spoiled ballot paper. So be keen on ticking either the name or the face or the symbol, and appropriately the box availed. Don't exceed your mark or your fingerprint or spoil other or cross out these. That will be a spoiled paper, and that you will have not voted, and definitely it will be counted as spoiled. And yet you have taken the energy, you have taken the time and the enthusiasm to move to the polling station.
Right.
Yes.
Now let's look at the process of the day. How is it going to flow when I get to the polling station? Where do I start from? What do I do first? And how exactly am I interacting with the person I find there? What are they going to ask for that I need to be prepared with on the day?
Thank you very much, Julie. Dear viewers out there, you have woken up very early, before 7, and you move, and by 7, you will be at the polling station. We assume you should be there as early as possible. Now, if you are among the first, and try to be among the first 10 voters at your particular polling station. When you arrive there, elections will begin. Voting can only begin, according to the law, when at least 10 voters are available. And the names and particulars of those 10 voters will be put in the general form. There is a form. All your names will be filled there. Now, you'll find the polling station already laid down, and you'll find a polling constable who will guide you to the presiding officer's desk. This is where you will have your particulars verified by the biometric voter verification kit, either your thumbprint or your facial recognition. Then you will be verified by the machine. Now, you are encouraged to go with your voter location slip or your national ID. But even if you don't have, it has been cleared, you will vote, as long as your particulars are on the national register. Clear? If you don't have those voter location slip, no national identity card, as long as you appear on the national voters register at that particular polling station, you will vote. But the BVK will take all its toll to verify you on the national database. Once that one is done, the presiding officer will issue with the ballot paper for the presidential. As you can see on the polling station layout, you come in, the polling constable will guide you to that desk. And that's where you will be verified. Immediately the verification is completed, you will be issued with the presidential ballot paper, which then you move. As you see, they have showed the arrows. Just look at how they are going. When you get to the basin, tick a presidential candidate of your choice. Fold the paper lengthwise, proceed to the ballot box. Cast it. After casting, continue. The desk number 2, there will be a polling assistant and the agents of the directly elected member of parliament. So those agents will be watching, and then you will be given the ballot paper for the directly elected member of parliament. Then you will be guided again. You fold it lengthwise. You proceed to the basin. The basin, you tick a member of parliament of your choice and then cast that vote. You move very, very fast to the next desk where you will be issued with the ballot paper of the woman member of parliament. Then, of course, there are several names. You choose, the polling assistant there will issue with that ballot paper, guide you on how to fold it, and then you move to the basin. That will be now the third basin. The third basin, you will be ticking the woman member of parliament of your choice. Then fold your paper lengthwise, proceed to the ballot box. You cast it, and then move to the final polling assistant, who will be kindly requesting you to dip your fingerprint. It could be any of the fingerprints as they would wish, because some people are persons with disabilities, others don't have hands, but somehow they will find a way of dipping any of conspicuous part of your body in the ink. This ink is not easily removed. Then from there, you will move out, go back to your home, and do whatever you want, and come back, or move to wherever you want to go. But that would have ended the exercise as you look at the layout of that polling station. These polling stations could be in a playing field, could be in near churches, near mosques, near any schools, or in marketplaces, or even in parks, bus parks, and any other place, because these polling stations have been already gazetted, and I'm sure all of you by this time you should be knowing where to move to cast your votes. Very,
very well. Thank you so much, Mr. Ovamuno, for that detailed teaching on how we are to vote on the 15th and onwards, what exactly we're supposed to do when we get there. I hope you are being impacted. I hope you are learning, and I hope it's encouraging you to look forward to the 15th of January as to what it will be like for you as you interact with that day. 0709 602 is the WhatsApp number that you should engage and be part of the conversation. Good Morning Uganda is proudly brought to you by the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, and indeed making sure that we enjoy the best of Ugandan coffee as we dissect matters. Uganda deciding 2026. This morning we are being educated on the biometric voter verification kits alongside ballot papers. Reading some of your comments. Good morning, Uganda. I am Wamono from Mukono. I'm a new voter. If I have a national ID, is it automatic that I am in the voters register? Unfortunately not, but I'll allow Mr. Mugwedi to speak into the matter so that we hear it and the detail from the horse's mouth. Please, Mr. Mugwedi.
Thank you so much. Such cases, such scenarios have cropped up. I think this should be the second or third time I'm getting such a concern. But the issue is very simple. There is what we call the national register. Having a national ID and being of age, being an adult, that is by Ugandan laws 18 years, does not automatically qualify you to be a voter. there is a process of registering to be a voter. And unfortunately, if you didn't go through that process, if you do not appear, that is why we even have this, the biometric voter verification kits, which are going to verify whether actually you are the actual voter and you appear in the national database of the voters. So my brother from Kono, you should have actually registered to be a voter. By having a national ID alone, when you do not appear in the national voters register, you may not have an opportunity to vote. But I will encourage you that after this, there will be a process and you'll register to become a voter. Yeah.
Good morning, Uganda. This is Odaro Vincent from Tororo. Thank you to 3N Consultant for sensitizing the public. My concern is for the case of blind people. What consideration is given to them so that they can also vote for candidates of their choice? Staying with you, Mr. Mugweri.
Thank you so much. What happens is that for genuine cases at the polling station, there are officials, Electoral Commission officials, who guide. For example, there are people who are disabled. The polling agents, the polling officials at the polling station can guide such individuals to go through the process of voting, and that is very clear. It has got no problem. Yeah.
All right. For how long will the lockdown? Are we in a lockdown? I hope please send a clearer question. Joho from Kabera Maido, and you say good morning, Ugandans. Thank you so much for being on the show. Cleophas from Bundibujo says that some people do not know their polling stations due to not having voter slips, voter location slips. What do you have to say to Cleophas, Mr. Wavamuno?
Thank you very much, Julie and dear viewers. You see, some people don't have voter location slips, and you will find even again some people don't have even a national voters card, no national voters cards. National cards. Now, this to arrive to a polling day like 15th January as it is, there are a number of issues, there are a number of activities that have taken place on the Electoral Commission's roadmap. Sometime last year, voters were asked to go for either registration or change of voting locations, and they spent quite some time in the field, and these were at various polling stations. When this appeal was given to you, members, voters, and dear citizens, you were expected to go to your various voting locations to verify and confirm whether you appear on the National Voters Register. And for those who wanted to transfer their voting locations, that was the time for them to fill in at that polling station. You fill in your particulars, and it was the duty of the Electoral Commission to conduct the transfer. And after that, they brought back the voters register for you just to confirm. You see? So a number of activities have taken place. Either some of you ignored to go to the place or simply refused. So now, it is very difficult for you, whoever you are, or you said you are in Bundubujo, and you don't know where you're supposed to vote from. Have you voted? It's my first question. Have you voted before? If you have voted before, I would encourage you to go to your voting location or your polling station where you voted from, and the officials there will be able to guide. If you are still on that register, then you will vote from there. But it is important that when activities are announced, and I'm sure every village, every parish, every sub-county, the information went. Electoral Commission did their best to inform the voters and the citizens to do the necessary registration, voter transfer activities, and all information regarding voting.
Right.
But if you are not sure where to vote from, I would encourage you to go to your previous voter location.
Alternatively, Julie, maybe if I can enhance on that issue, you can also actually identify where you are going to vote from. If you're very busy that you may not go to you may not physically go to the polling station where you vote from, you can access the voter location slip online. You simply go online and put in ec.or.ug space voter location and then put in your NIN number. You will access the voter location slip and it will indicate, it will guide you on the exact polling station where you can go and cast your vote.
All right, thank you very much for enhancing on that point. Now, our time is fast spent, but we cannot live without answering some of these questions. Someone comes through and says, how are Ugandans in the diaspora, and this will be to you, Mr. Mugwedi, how are Ugandans in the diaspora helped when it comes to voting? Shall they be able to vote, yet they are registered and, of course, are looking forward to casting their ballots this year? Shall they be helped to vote, to participate?
Thank you so much. I think there has been a conversation in different circles of stakeholders, but by our Ugandan laws, as per now, we have got no provision of people who are abroad to vote. You can only vote when you're here physically.
Right.
I hope the legislators, the stakeholders, government, in the future, I think they will have a deeper conversation and come up with a situation whereby somebody may still vote even when he or she, like we have seen in other countries. But as per now, I don't think there is a provision for Ugandans to vote abroad and those votes are cast, no.
Someone here is sends through a very interesting comment that why is it that the president is ordering UCC to shut down internet during elections, and yet you are trying to encourage us to vote your leader? So how sure are you that there will be no, I think you mean there will not be any corrupt movements during that time. What 3N is doing this morning is to sensitize you on how to participate in voting. No one is encouraging you to vote for a particular person, all right? It's just encouraging you first and foremost to vote as a Ugandan, especially if you are a registered voter. That's the only way that you can vote, but also encouraging you, teaching you how you are supposed to carry the exercise on. So please do not spread any false information that anyone is encouraging you on who to vote. No, we are encouraging you. There's a sensitization on how you are supposed to interact with the voting process come 15th January. Thank you so much for being on the show. We do appreciate that you are watching. Now, I see a couple of you are talking about having national IDs and how you can register. Unfortunately, if you did not register during the registration exercise that the Electoral Commission carried out, that means it's impossible for you to vote. And you just have to look forward to the next exercise for the next general elections after 2026. On that note, allow me ask these gentlemen to definitely give us their parting shots. Mr. Mugwedi, I'll start with you. As you give us your parting shots, also speaking to the handlers of these kits, because those who are voting might also have issues with who is handling these kits. Are they verified? Are they corrupt in the nature of operating and handling their work? Won't they disturb the process?
Thank you so much. There was a process where the Electoral Commission called out, it ran an advert, and people showed interest. And I think they are going through the process of being recruited and also trained. Now, on the issue of not having trust in somebody who is handling the kit, I think it is relative. biases are always everywhere, unless if you have a particular person and you have particular issues with such a person. But I wouldn't really have a problem. Besides, even if you really wanted to have an issue, even if you had a bias, the BVK system is very clear. There's no way you are going to manipulate it. You as an operator who was trained to go and take through the people on the voting day. I don't want to even have any worry about somebody having a bias on somebody. Those are really, I will not take it as something which is very serious. As we conclude this discussion this morning, allow me, Julie, take this opportunity to talk about something which is very important. Elections, by their nature, are always emotional. They are exciting. But I've kept on calling people to be calm, to remain peaceful, avoid violence. We are going to vote on 15th, and then the other coming elections, I think 22nd, that's for local government, and then until we finish the process. And we shall remain Ugandans here. I want to encourage people, I want to empower people to be patriotic, to love this country. We do not need to tear ourselves apart because of elections. First of all, this is a process which everyone must have confidence in, and we are going to choose our leaders, the leaders of our choice. Lastly, on the issue of this voting, sometimes, and this is very critical, maybe we shall get an opportunity and talk about it. Once the voting process has ended, it is strictly the Electoral Commission that has got a mandate to announce and declare the results. There are times when where problems start from. You can be on your particular polling station, a candidate of your choice scores very highly and actually wins on that polling station. But you have not even gotten the results of other polling stations. I will use an example of a constituency which has like maybe 100 polling stations. Now, if you're a voter at polling station A, and in the counting of votes, your candidate has won, don't assume that actually those are the final results until they have gathered all the final results and the Electoral Commission, which is mandated by law, has declared the results. That's when we can understand the person has won. Right. I want to encourage people. And the very last, I have always been very grateful to UBC and the viewers. I bring you warm regards from 3N Consultants.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Mugweri Geoffrey. He is the PRO of 3N Consultants. Final remark from you, Mr. Ovamuno.
Yeah, thank you very much, Julie. Thank you very much, the viewers out there. We are pleased to engage you always and every time so that you get to know, get to understand better how to conduct voting business when the 15th January comes. Now, I want also to echo what my colleague has said. Voting will end presidential the same day, presidential voting on the 15th, directly elected member of parliament on 15th, and women member of parliament on 15th. It will end. But as he said, please, when you have finished the voting, you are free to be happy, naturally, but you don't start jubilating, moving up and down, making noise, and even interfering with other businesses. Kindly vote, keep peace, encourage your people. Mine is really to encourage, as long as you are a voter, please move and go very early to ensure that you cast your vote come 15th January 2026. We want also to thank UBC, to thank the host for all these wonderful invitations and discussions.
Thank you
very much. Be
Indeed.
blessed. Get involved in the voting.
Indeed. Thank you very much, Mr. Ovamuno. He is a senior consultant at 3N Consultants Limited. I'm closing this with a concern. Someone, you have not left your name, but you share a supposed public notice from the UCC as to communication measures ahead during and after elections 2026. Please take note, it's not authentic. It is false information. So do not pay heed to it because it's not officially from the UCC, and the UCC has actually posted on their social media handles to notify you that it is false. Thank you so much for trusting UBC TV. Ruben is coming up with the sports. Of course, it's AFCON season, and I see many of your messages are talking about predictions. He has answers to that. Good morning.
Live from UBC Studios in Kampala, this is Good Morning Uganda.
This December, all eyes in Morocco. Africa assemble. All dreams are heading one way.
All passion, all fire.
Because here we play different.